Hi, welcome to the very first episode of Mindscape TV. We're excited to be bringing these episodes to you. Our goal really is to educate our audience, to bring compelling content to you. You can watch it in the afternoon at your lunchtime. But things in our world are changing constantly, and we just want to keep you up to speed on things that are happening in the digital marketing world. Joining me today is Brianna Thierfelder. She's our implementation specialist. And she's going to be talking about local search engine optimization and kind of how to improve your local search rankings through the use of directory listings. And without stealing a whole lot of her thunder, Bree, can you help us understand the importance of directory listings, but maybe even before that, where the local search results show up in Google?
Sure. Well, when you go through a search on any search engine, especially on mobile devices, you will see a bunch of listings come up underneath ads, especially if you're looking under your particular city. They will come up with a map next to them, and they'll take you to their Google Plus page, and they'll also give you all of their location information, any contact information they have on file. And this is not just a Google thing. Basically, Google is taking all of this information from all of their directory listings and then ranking them based on how accurate all those listings are combined.
Okay, and so this was a search for what here?
For
was
hospitals.
it just for hospitals? And so Google knows that I'm in Grand Rapids, and so it tries to pull all the results near me. And the same thing happens on mobile devices?
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons this is so important. Great.
So they want to bring you the best results that they can.
Right. And so obviously locale, especially as mobile devices become more and more popular, locale actually becomes an important piece of the optimization effort and for Google to bring you the most relevant results, which is really their end goal. All right, great. So maybe can you kind of show us where to go? Are there any particular tools we can use to help set up directory listings and that type of stuff?
Go to getlisted.org, and that will give you a list of directories that are the most used when Google, Bing, Yahoo will be looking for business information to put up to rank in their search results.
Okay, so getlisted.org, and then how do we use that?
Well, you put in your business name, your zip code, and then you would check your listings. Normally what I would think to do is to put in the entire business name and then just check my listings. However, depending on what your business looks like on different directories, it could be misspelled, there could be different spacing errors or phone number errors. So you might not necessarily be showing up as what your business name is. So what I would do is just type in part of your business name. So I would just do Mindscape instead of Mindscape at Henny McHenry.
Okay.
And then I would do our zip code. And then rather than do check my listings, this big blue box, I would go underneath that to the advanced check link, and that will show you all of the listings underneath name Mindscape that might be similar.
Okay.
So I will go under the first one because it has our full name.
So it's the most relevant. This is what we're using today on all of our stationery and our website and so forth. Okay.
Exactly.
Great. So you check the box, you hit the button. All right.
Yep. And it looks like we are at 67%.
All right.
Basically, this is a long process. When you go to claim a listing, it takes time for that to generate in Get Listed. It also takes time for those particular directories to review your information and make it live.
So it's simple to claim them and go through that process, but for Get Listed to be updated and for that score to go up or for your address to be changed in here, that part takes a while.
Yes, it does.
All right.
And sometimes it does take a while depending on the directory, what the process is to claim those. Some of them, for example, Hot Frog, which is not well known, which is why Get Listed is fantastic because I wouldn't have heard of some of these to be able to claim my listings on or even know that I had listings on them. But some of them are really easy. All you have to do is fill in your information, set up an account, and then click claim, and it's been claimed. Everything's great. But for Google, Bing, Foursquare, Yelp, those guys, you need to verify your information. So they will either give you a phone call or they will send you a postcard with a PIN number that you need to input into your account.
Okay.
And sometimes you actually need to do both.
All right. So tell us what we're looking at here. There's an address up here in the upper left, and then what are these things down the right-hand side? And
this is going to be your business dashboard, and it's going to show you which directories you have been claimed on, which with a big green check mark, or which ones you have not been claimed or on, or you need to add your listing on with a big red X.
Okay, so basically it's saying the address up here in the upper left matches these ones over here with the green check marks.
Exactly.
And doesn't match either because it doesn't match or because you never claimed it in the directories with the red X. Okay.
Yep. And your listing score is basically just going to tell you how well you are utilizing all these directories.
Perfect.
But then also you can go into, so you can see we've got a lot of green check marks, we've got some red X's, so we need to go through those and make sure that they have been claimed, if they are being reviewed, or if we just need to add our listing from scratch.
Okay. So can we go into maybe one of these and just kind of look at just a quick process on what to expect?
Sure. Why don't we go to Hot Frog since it is the easiest. Go to View Additional Details. That will actually give you the Details tab. And it will show you exactly what your ad looks like on that site. And then you can go to Edit This Listing. And it will take you to your listing. So you can make edits, you can claim it if you haven't. You can see if it's pending review or what the status is on that. Okay. Now, one thing to remember when you are either adding your listing for the first time or editing it or claiming it is that all of your information needs to be uniform across the board. That's how Google and Yahoo and Bing and all of those search engine giants are going to rate your listing and rank it for you. If they see that you have multiple listings and they don't match up, even if it's just spacing or spelling, or if you have, example, avenue is spelled out versus abbreviated, they'll take that into consideration. They'll find it confusing, people searching will find it confusing, and not have the confidence that it is correct information, and then you'll be ranked lower.
Okay, so all of those things come together and have to kind of be exactly matched up for your confidence. And I would guess that's part of the score in Get Listed is how much those things match up. Is that true? Okay.
Yes, actually, if you go back to your dashboard, you will see that there is an accuracy tab. Okay. And it will show you how all of your listings match up against each other.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes. So if you have, basically if you see something in red, it means that this is not the same as the rest of your listings. And as you can see, a lot of this is being based off of the first one on Google. So if there is a phone number that isn't matching up, if something is spelled out or abbreviated and that's not exact compared to Google listing, you will have to go through and fix it. You'll also see if you're missing any information as well.
Okay, all right, great. So we're back in Hot Frog, sure, and then how do you kind of fix this stuff or claim it if you haven't claimed it?
Well, if you go to your listing and you see that at the top, right above where your name is, it says, "Is this your business? Update now." You will click on Update Now.
And this is the same across directories for the most part. There's going to be some Update Now or claim.
Yes, or manage this listing. Okay. And then for basically every single directory, you're going to have to create a login, an account with them. So we have our Mindscape admin Gmail account, but it has to be a business account.
Okay. And so if you claim these with like your personal account, your Yahoo or Hotmail account, is there any implications to that?
I mean, if you weren't working there anymore, then no one would have access to it. Basically, you want everyone to have access to it in case something changes. If you get a new phone number, if you end up moving, someone needs to be able to get in there and change all of your directory listings.
So if we had an intern come in and use the intern's email address and then leave and go back to school, we're kind of up the creek if we we need to change that stuff later. Okay,
exactly.
That's good to know.
And you want to claim your listings and under a business account. So if they're not asking to verify your information, anyone can claim your listing.
All right.
And so that's why it's extremely important for you to go through, claim your listings, make sure that they're under your name, they have your information.
Great. Okay, good to know.
So we're under our dashboard, and if we scroll down, got our business information, and we can just click the edit button. And then everything's there for us to change that we need to change, but looks like everything's good. We've got our location, we have website, business email. We can add payment details.
Okay.
And then for the rest of the ad, they give us keywords to use.
So those would be important. I would imagine those are more important if someone were actually searching inside of the individual directory, in this case Hot Frog, as opposed to keywords for Google or anything like that. Is that right? Like these don't make it through to the search engines necessarily.
Not really, no, but it is important that, especially when you have like a Google or a Bing listing, they do give you a section for categories, and you will want to put the correct category or categories under your ad so that you'll be placed correctly. But you also have a section for a business description, so everyone knows what exactly you do, what services you provide, how you can help them. And we've got products and services. It's also important to put up any images, any videos. I mean, it's kind of like a one-stop shop. People want to be able to find out as much information about you within one click instead of having to search around the internet for you.
All right. And so this is Hot Frog, but most directories go through the same process, it sounds like.
Yes, some offer less information than others, but it's basically the same process for all of them. You'll have to create an account, you'll have to go through and edit, update any of your location information, your business name. Most of them should have a business description. Normally you have at least basic information available.
Okay, all right. So once we're done editing, then what's the next step here?
It should already be saved, and you can just go to view your profile to make sure that everything looks as it should.
Okay, so in this particular case, Hot Frog, it looks like every time you edit a chunk of this information, there's a save, and then you go back to this dashboard. So it saves it along the way. All right, so we do that, and we go through our list in getlisted.org. Go through, fix our errors. How long before we can expect to kind of see some of this updated in Get Listed?
Well, it really depends. Couple of weeks is what I've been noticing.
All right, and some of these we have actually gone through and claimed. We're just waiting for Get Listed to be updated.
Yeah,
right?
and that's also something that I'll do. I'll go into details. I'll see our Google listing. It says it's claimed, but it's not showing up as how I had input it. So I can go to edit this listing, or I can just go through here and edit it.
And so maybe one tip is to kind of put this out on a Word document or some word processor and just kind of copy paste into these directories so that everything remains consistent with the right amount of spaces, periods, abbreviations, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, this is basically data entry that you're doing across several different directories. It would be super easy just to turn my brain off and just type the same thing, and it's easy to make mistakes that way. So.
Okay, great.
So that should be updated then.
All right. Well, that looks like a pretty easy thing to do, and then that gets you listed on the Google search results and Bing and Yahoo and all those great search engines. So pretty easy thing to do, kind of tedious, but certainly not a difficult thing to do. And anything else for us?
Nope, I think that's it. Just remember that all of your information is correct across the board, and do be patient. It's going to take some time, but it will pay off in the end.
Great. Well, thanks, Bree. And Bree actually wrote an ebook that is available on our website. That will actually be in the comments of this video. So if you visit us at youtube.com/mindscapehmtv, you'll be able to get a link to the ebook. And also visit us at our website at www.mindscape-hm.com, or connect with us on social media on Twitter and Facebook with /MindscapeHM or at MindscapeHM on Twitter. So thanks for joining us today. We hope to see you next week. Have a great day.